All right, what's up, you stupid idiots? It's Ange. We're back. We're gonna review the next, I don't know how many rounds. We don't want this video to get out of control, but I'll tell you right now, my first ever PFF All-22 draft is now in round 38, folks. And the last time we checked in, I was in round 7. So things have been popping off. Um, Definitely have been learning a lot, and I want to show you how things have been going on the platform, and we'll see if I think maybe even just seeing how the draft is falling might be helpful for some folks. So let's take a peek at it and I'll kind of talk you through where I'm at. We're at a point now where it is kind of like, I mean, I don't I don't even know for picks, you know. Um, I think I've learned a ton as far as thinking long term, and I am going in and for my next draft, making some adjustments to my rankings. I think that's going to be really important to do is to actually start to think about tiers, something, something's different's got to happen. And the way I did my draft order was definitely different than intended because I've had to think in terms of like, is there a tier break? When should I be grabbing my wide receiver two? Does it matter if this position is weighted more, etc. But let's do what I think you're probably here to do and just look at how the draft kind of fell. Wish there was a way to get this to pop out a little more. And I will say the platform has had a number of different bugs and things to work through. That's just a reality of any time you're building a new piece of software. Again, PFF, if you're watching this, I'd love to write articles for you. I'd love to be a project manager. Mostly, I think I could get some of these bugs refined into tickets for developers in a way that would be really helpful. And I'm definitely looking to get out of the company where I'm currently at right now. So let me look at you with earnestness. Please get me out of here. Okay. Hope my boss sees this. He hates fantasy, so he never will. Okay. That's how you know I gotta leave, you guys. All right. So, a couple quick things I noticed too. If you select your team and you can actually have it break down by position, and it will show you there are position minimums that you have to draft. So it's something to think about. But let's just walk through how this is fallen. If you've seen the other videos, you know the first 7 rounds. So uh round 8, here we go, and it's 53 rounds. 52, right? 52 man roster, yeah. Um Round 8, we had rookie Evan Neal go. We had Quentin Nelson go. We had Charles Leno go. This was a great pick. He was on my draft board, like next to be drafted for me. So great call to my buddy. None of these are my buddies yet, but maybe. I know some of them found my video, so I'm about to be getting sniped all over the place. That's kind of why I took a chill pill because I was like, dudes from my league have been like, "Hey, love the videos." It's like, bro, I can't be putting my strategy on blast yet, but um, but I think this is illegal contacts, I believe. Great pick. Oh, Irish Finns. There we go. I've got a bunch of international dudes in here. I'm loving that international. It's because my dev team that I work for, it's a bunch of British dudes, and so I'm that I work with. I should say that project manage. So love you guys. All right, Batonio. Great choice. I mean, I had him way up there for guards and him going, yeah, he was my number one um for guards. So him going in round 8, I mean, to me, it's a little bit of a reach to take a guard there, but if you're gonna take one, that's who I think you should take. I don't think you put Quentin Nelson. I mean, look at dude's grades, you know. Kenny Clark, again, to me, you know, it's just PFF based, so these rookie type picks are reaches to me. It's yet to be seen if that's true. Like, I went ahead and took Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 8th round. The reason for that being I had Devontae Adams and I wanted to lock in a younger person at that position. He rated really high as a rookie with Jared Goff, so he's got the same quarterback, so there's continuity there. Like there's been a bunch of positive changes to the team around him. So to me, Amon Ra is like was a good wide receiver too to have, and then so I'll end up showing you what I just decided later. Elgin Jenkins, I like that choice Danielle Hunter, I think, is a good choice. I think, still rated highly and is set to have a bounce back season. Only reason not to take him here to me is because of his age. But I mean, yeah. So then we had some safeties go, and again, there's some age things here, but there's also, to me, like the position waiting. Let's just keep it top of mind always, right? So we're in round 8, and folks are taking the positions, like I guess the crux of the dip of some of these positions, but not even really, because you're gonna really take. I mean, I don't really even have these dudes rated that high. I probably should have. Oh yeah, here's Derwin. But if we're just looking at PFF grades, so it's taking a risk to me to use such an early pick for a position that's weighted so low. Like where we are in the draft, I'm targeting. I already got my quarterbacks. We went over this shit. My edge I had, and then targeting wide receiver and tackles in rounds 8, 9, 10. I figured I'd break a little bit into some of these important defensive positions, but I don't know. Safeties, not up there. Eric Armstead, I did like this choice, but there were better to me, better defensive interior players on the board. Montez Sweat goes. All right. Now, Aiden Hutchinson, this is a reach, but it's also like a reach I respect. I've been thinking as this draft is unfolded, I realized I don't think I've drafted a single rookie. So I've drafted the vets. Why? This is PFF grade based, folks. Like you youth doesn't really give me an advantage except in like the way future, and I am personally in a win now mode because I do think I'm gonna collect up pieces that are gonna rate high, I'm gonna win games with, and then I can trade them away. I mean, a rookie is still a risk. Like you don't know for a fact how these dudes are gonna grade out. I'm not talking fantasy stats. I'm talking how they're gonna grade out. Aiden Hutchinson, though, I think is gonna grade out really well. Taking him in the ninth round is extremely rich for my taste, but I would still love to have him on a team. So now that I know he's gone in the ninth round, the important thing I'm noting is like, okay, my first ever draft, he went in round 9. How am I gonna make sure I get him in other drafts I do? Well, if I see him in round 15, I'm taking him because that's a value. Even maybe round 12 because he's an edge dude. So, but I'm trying to there's no book on this yet. DeForest Buckner I do really like as a choice here. But there are to me, higher PFF rated defensive interiors, which we'll talk about my choice in a second. Kevin Byard, if you're gonna take a safety early, that's who I think you should take. DJ Moore, okay, but there's a higher rated wide receiver still on the board at the time. So, but not a bad choice or anything. Tyron Smith, this is risky, but fine, really. Like, like a tackle's important and he's gonna grade high. So, Chris Godwin, I mean, this is round 9. He's gonna grade high for sure, but are you sure you will? I mean, and he might also start the year. Um, my thing with drafting a Bucks wide receiver is like Brady's not gonna be there next year. I don't think. Like he's either retired or he's somewhere else. So, you know, taking a Bucks wide receiver so early is risky to me if you're playing the long game, but Godwin does grade out pretty high. So I took our lesser known fellow right here. Um, I did so much research before placing this pick. It seems like he's only gotten better. PFF articles have been written about this dude and how underrated he is. I mean, I watched some tape, I watched some interviews. It's just he's like a workhorse type dude who's gonna show up and continuously ball out. And so I'm here for it. I'm snagging him. Um, just his grades and he's hitting the snap mins, not by much, which is probably why he's not really that well known. It doesn't matter. I only really need him to get 30 plus if I'm starting three defensive interior, which I was kind of planning to do. Now I don't know. Looking at my roster, I'm not sure. But I only need him to get 20 if he's my third. So, I mean, you can't, these numbers don't lie. Dude is consistent. It doesn't matter if people don't know his name. I don't even know how to say it. So, I'm gonna call him my man Zach. That's my man Zach right there. Kirk Cousins goes finally. This was something I was agonizing about, was like, why are these highly rated PFL quarterbacks sitting on the board still? And it's just a matter of they fell. So I am revisiting my strategy for my next draft. If Kirk Cousins is going to be sitting there, does it really matter if I have? I don't know. I still like what I did. I like taking Mac and Brady and then just taking Dak because I could, you know. And as the draft is falling, the security I have at the quarterback position is giving me a ton of peace of mind because it's 9.78% position. I don't have to stress about it at all. So I just realized all my RSO tabs are open too. I'm in an RSO draft. Let's see if anyone. Oh no, this dude. Kamish, make your pick, Kamish. All right. Going through the back half of round nine, we saw Orlando Brown go. We saw Xavier Howard go. Now, he's great and everything, especially I think he's really good for fantasy. I have him in an RSO league and he's a low key like he's a sleeper. But for PFF, I mean, I just wouldn't have drafted him here. I think he's same with Thibodeau. So again, you don't know with these rookies, and it's gonna take a while for them to develop. And there's established edge folks, and you're not gonna grab, like Whitworth's still on the board right now, and we're in round 33. Spoiler alert. But the the thing with him is he's 40. You got a 40-year-old dude. Malik Collins went. Okay. You got a 40-year-old dude who's going to be the highest rated in his position. I get resisting drafting that. But then, with the tackle position specifically, like all these dudes are 30. Like it's almost like you have to be 30 to play tackle. That's where I'm at. So I'm not really as much as some of these positions. I'm not taking that into account because okay, I'm gonna draft a 25-year-old tackle that's like super mid and then never get to start him until 33 years from now. Like, no, give me Whitworth. I'm gonna probably take him eventually, but but like, give me them older dudes that are gonna consistently grade out high and so I can win some championships. Like, bro, like, I'm about winning. Trayvon Walker. So like, yeah. So to me, why would you take Thibodeau without taking Walker? Like, when Walker's on the board, I don't get that. And I feel like both of these are a reach, but it's an edge position and it's youth, so maybe I don't feel like it's a reach actually. It's just I didn't see it coming in round nine. I think Hutchinson went and people were like, "Oh shit, I gotta get my youth edge," and it's like there's plenty of other edge on the board. You'd be okay. It takes these dudes a while to get used to the speed. Now, round 10 taking Zach Wilson, and you can see on the board here, like why would you take? I don't care about age like even golf. And granted, but like even he has a better like this year, he has a better track record, and even Mayfield. Like these dudes are proven. This dude, my man, bro, my man. This is not good. Like he did not he had one good game against Jacksonville, y'all. Like it's not good. He's got to play Buffalo twice, New England twice. Like why would you draft? I don't know. I'm just saying even Carson Wentz, he's got a better track record. Look at his scores, he's not great. But am I taking Zach Wilson over? I don't care about his youth. He could be complete ass. Like if you want to go for youth, take Malik Willis. Like I don't know. Take Kenny Pickett. Fuck. So I feel like, not to shit on you, late round legend, which I will all day because I hate you. Your politics suck, and I'm sure you've never spoken to a trans person in your life, but you could suck my dick. All right. Hey, we're getting off track here, folks. Brandon Ayuk, love this as an age choice. I don't know though, because we'll see what happens with Trey Lance. So we're in round 10. We got Questenberry. He was on my board for a while. Glad somebody eventually took him. Shaq Mason, I wasn't drafting guard at this point because of the way positions are rated, but You're seeing guys like Batonio and Shaq Mason go, so at least I'm looking at my ratings going, okay, I have these ranked right. It's just a matter of, to me, am I prioritizing the higher weighted positions still, or should I reach on these dudes just because they're the number one in that position? And I stuck with, I'm drafting the higher weighted position still. That's what I stuck with. That's how I've been doing this draft. We'll see. Denzel Ward goes next. I like that choice. I went ahead and grabbed Devondre Campbell. I'm glad I did. Linebackers are hard. And I actually do. I think in my next draft, I might completely fade linebacker. I know that it's like weighted, but it's so hard to rate high as a linebacker. I mean, I might really have to grab Micah, who I think is going to get moved to edge anyway, so I don't even know if it's going to be worth a pick. But y'all, like, it's hard to rate high as a linebacker. So even though it has this positional weighting, like, the bottom line is like, there's so many mid-tier dudes, and I don't even know who the crux of the dip really is. So Devondre Campbell's way up there for me. I went ahead and grabbed him. My yeah, I took Josie Jewell, which is funny. Um, anyway, Isaiah Wynn, Nate Hobbs goes. Um, forget how old he is because there was something else about this pick. Yeah, because that's the youth corner pick, and he graded out really well as a rookie. Great choice, my dude. Hunter Renfrow went, which I would have taken him honestly, but I already had Devontae, and Mr. Adams, so I didn't take him. Shaq Barrett, uh, up there in age, but just so consistent. So I think that's a great choice, my dude. Sauce going in round 10 is interesting because it's just so much unknown to me, and like you have JC Horn, who these are his first three games ever, and then he couldn't play again. I mean, dude, like he's gonna ball this year. So I would take a more known if you watch his tape, he's gonna ball. I would take a more known commodity than Sauce. But Taylor Moton, I love this pick, man. I wish I had him. I do. I think on my next draft I want to target him a little more. Kendall Fuller, again, great pick. He was on my list. And DJ Reader, Rousseau goes. I'm worried about the Bills defense a little bit. There's a lot of pieces. So it's a little freaky. Jordan Davis, why not? You know? Newsom, okay, you're going for youth. I get it, but you know, you're going for youth. I get it. I'm trying to win now, right? So I'm taking Lane Johnson. I'm taking I'm locking in my tackle position at this point because I got Bakhtiari and Lane Johnson, and you got to start two tackles, and they're very highly weighted positions. So we're doing it. We went Grady Jarrett. So we start to see, some of the defensive interior folks go. Travis Kelce, I believe, is the first tight end off the board. I do want to verify that. And okay, so no, George Kittle went. That's right. I forgot about that. I was making fun of that pick so hard. Kyle Pitts went too. Y'all. Okay, that's got to be the first, right? No one who would go before Pitts because of the youth. And I get it, but oh, Mark Andrews, no, round three, Mark Andrews. So I don't like this pick at all. I don't care how high he's rated. Like your tight end position, it does not matter. Your tight end position, and there's comparable enough folks. You don't need to do this. It's 3.39. Like that's like mm. I just wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't do that. So, but just for the folks watching at home, Andrews went in round three. Where did we see Pitts? It's hard. I can't search it. One day this will be much more searchable, so this will be quicker. This is boring. So Pitts went around six. I mean, if you look at his grade. Like, why wouldn't you take Pitts if you're gonna take a tight end early? Like, take the youth. But it's good to know if I want Pitts, I got target him probably around 7 or 8 for my next draft. Kittle in round seven. Again, highly rated as fuck. I mean, can't stay, can't, I was gonna say can't stay sober. I was thinking of Max Crosby. No, can't stay healthy, but man, is he highly rated, folks. So that's round seven if you're writing this down at home. And where do we come back in here? Travis Kelce went round 11, and the age there is concerning. And you notice Kittle rating out at a 90, and your boy, and it's just like you want. Let's see how many points dude is even gonna get you. Because if you look at the weekly, like he's gonna get you 3 points, 3 points, two, two, one, one, two, right? And then let's look at Lane Johnson, who I grabbed. Look what he's gonna do for your team. Okay, it's really not that different. Damn. I'm cracking up. I'm cracking up. Man, my strategy might be ass. Like I really might regret everything I'm doing, but it's 5.8, so I'm trying to understand. All right, so total from the 82.4. Let's see, Travis Kelce here. 81.9. So, hmm, learn it as we go. I don't know what are the implications of this because he's got a 60 and he gets 2 points for it. So I'm like, is there something with the math? I mean, I guess this is gonna be a game of decimals. Like this is gonna be little fractions of points that push you over your opponent. So because look at these percentages. So like I think we'll see how much the statistics actually make a difference at the end of this. I'm so excited to see how this shit plays out. I have no clue. Because here I am thinking, well, punt all these lower weighted positions. And then you look and it's like, does it make a difference though? I mean, okay, it adds up. So check this out. So the 2021, his all 22 score was 38.1, and Lane's was a whole 10 points higher. So if you're starting Lane Johnson every week, versus Travis Kelce, there's a 10-point difference there. So I'm loading up on the positions that are going to make that just that little decimal of a difference, and we're going to see if it works. I don't even know, y'all. All right, so there goes Darnell, Deontay. So we got some wide receivers. Khalil Mack. Forgot how old he is. Old. But look at these scores. God damn. I mean, I love this choice. Hate the guy, I love the choice. If he watches this, that's fine. Just know we don't agree on politics, and I don't appreciate that you like a bunch of weird political tweets from your podcast Twitter account that then for some reason PFF All-22 account retweeted this dude's tweet and didn't do any of the vetting to go and look like all the hate shit he had in his like tweets. Like it was right there. You know how isolating that is? It's already hard enough being, not a cis white guy in this. I know I passed and everything, but Jesus Christ, just do a little bit of vetting, fellas. Like look at somebody's like tweets before you retweet them from your main account. Annoying ass shit. Um, Derek Carr goes, great choice. I mean, Derek Carr sitting there around 12, never would have thought like going into this. I mean, granted, first pick around 12, but still. Monty Hooker, love this choice. I mean, hard not to. Look at the youth, look at the scores. It's only going up from here for him. And I do want to look at because I feel, yeah, I remember being like, oh, I did not put him where he should be pretty much way up there, probably above, well above our older fellas here. I think I'm at safety. Yeah, all right. Hey, we're learning something new every day, folks. I might be on the clock. Oh yeah, I'm on the clock. So let's see. I don't know. I guess this is a lot of rounds to do. Maybe we'll get us up to. Man, what are we at? We're on round 38. I don't know if this is helpful either, but I mean, I wish somebody would show me what their draft looked like a little more. So, um, Whatever. Tomlinson, Lakin Tomlinson, love that pick. Ronnie Stanley goes. So we see people loading up. This is round 12 appeared to be the safety round, Jesse Bates. And then I went ahead and did something insane and drafted on Yamada. Now here's why. Dude grades insanely high anytime he's on the field. It's just a matter of he wasn't really on the field because he got suspended. But it's been consistent. He's he's gonna grade high. He's gonna be on the field. So I took him as my defensive interior too. Marshawn Lattimore goes. John Franklin Meyer, I love, and I agonized over taking him sooner, but I already had my edge pieces. I had Von Miller and who's my other? Oh, DeMarcus Lawrence. So pushed John Franklin off, and maybe next draft I do. I'll just pull the trigger. Marlon Humphrey, I don't know about this. I feel like he's mid, and I feel like there was still some. I'll show you what I ended up getting at cornerback above Marlon Humphrey. Taylor Decker's on my PFF All-22 team. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I get that shit stuck in my head all the time. Nobody cares. Taylor Decker's on my All-20. Nobody cares. I do think I care. This was a great choice. He's 28 and he's rating high. Dooney's got the age working against him a little bit, but you see those scores. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I'm still working through, you can see I'm still working through my strategy, targeting my higher rated position. So, this is right about here in my draft. So I was pretty much right on schedule with where I thought I'd be. Bateman goes, sure, because of the youth, but to me, not a proven commodity. Like that's what made Amon-Ra so tempting to me is he's got the youth and he's also done it with the grading specifically. Chidobe Awuzie, love his name and also love the player, love the pick. Trey Smith, I mean, okay. Uh, because of the youth, we'll see though, because he had some bad games. But I mean, I think you're gonna put your faith in somebody's youthful line. I think sure go with the Chief. Quiddy Pay. Again, I'm not reaching on Quiddy Pay. He hasn't proven it yet. Like I'd take him in my RSO leagues all day, but I took him in some defensive best ball too. Um, Brian O'Neill, I didn't have him rated until way later, but you know, he racks up points. And Jameson Williams, I don't get this choice at all. Quentin Williams, I do understand to an extent. I think he's gonna bounce back so hard this year. I mean, how can he not? Like, if he's playing, he's doing well. It's just he had some issues last year with injuries. Now, look at my stupid pick. I actually like this pick for myself because I don't think I had a corner yet. Cause who did I get for my corners? I think this might have been my corner one. Yeah, it was. So I took Gil. I wanted Cam Dantzler. I'm getting Cam in my next draft. I'm getting him. I didn't end up getting him. Um, I took Gilmore as my CB1 because if somebody's gonna bounce back and be an insanely highly rated cornerback, it's gonna be this dude, and it's a ceiling play. And I don't care about it. I had to do this. Took some youth here. Marcus Williams. We saw Demario Davis. Akeem. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher his name, so I didn't say it. Akeem Ekwonu. Mario Davis. Derek Brown goes. Ali Marpet goes. Love this pick. I mean, like Ali Marpet is. I just feel like you're taking like you see what I mean? Like taking Trey Smith over like a known commodity like Ali Marpet. Like I just feel like that's Joe Thuney over Ali Marpet. I don't know. That's not how I ranked him, but I wasn't taking guards this at this point. We'll see if my strategy works out. Frank Ragnow goes. Now here's I think this is either our first center or one of our first centers. And I mean, dude's only getting better, but the position is just rated so or weighted so low. Um, so something to think about. I don't know. We see some. I'm pretty sure they drafted Muma too, so I don't know because he was a first round selection. But it's like they had a lot of first round selections. I don't know. I'm not taking anything. I'm not trusting the Jaguars in a PFF scoring league. Elijah Moore, okay, but can Zach Wilson do anything? And here's my other insane pick. I freaking look like a lunatic taking Josie Jewell after I took Stephon Gilmore. But when this dude was on the field, he was crushing it. I mean, how do you play 64 snaps and like that's a lot of snaps. He came in 25, got an 84 grade, then he got injured. And so he is somebody that I think is gonna have a bounce back year. Plus, you're looking at the linebackers and you're going, yeesh, I got Devondre Campbell and I need somebody with a really high ceiling. I'm going for it. And I looked up a bunch of news about him. He seems like he's doing well. Heat Werner, no, sorry, Devontae Wyatt. What round did he go? First round. Okay, why not? Pete Werner, Dallas Goedert going made very little sense to me at this point. Round 14. I guess he's highly rated, but I also don't know because I am at this point in my plan, I'm right around here, so I'm grabbing my cornerbacks and linebackers, and then I'll go guard, safety, then running back, tight end, and center. So I think I started to think about like, should I just grab one of these higher rated tight ends? Should I grab one of these higher rated safeties or whatever? Um, but I didn't bite. Matt Milano goes. I don't like that pick. Shaq Thompson, I don't really like that one. Trevon Moehrig, I like because of the youth, but we'll see what happens there. Nick Bowen didn't do so high last year. I wouldn't have taken him. Kyle Hamilton, yeah. I mean, yeah. But this is right where I think Sauce should have gone like round 15, right? Not round 9 or whatever that he did. Like, I think this makes more sense to me. You've got 14 picks in. You can take your rookie cornerback. And then you see Darius Slay sitting there. It's like, you don't want this known commodity. Why? Because he's 31. Yeah, no, I didn't either. That's why I took Stephon Gilmore over him and uh, Bobby Wagner. I wouldn't have done Odafe Owe. I mean, got the youth on his side, but who'd they draft? They draft Ozigbo, oh, I forgot his name, but they drafted somebody that made me be like, are you sure? All right, then I grabbed my first guard in Alex Kappa. We see Garrett Wilson go. Again, it's just like if you look at some of the highest rated wide receivers, it's actually been really hard not to draft like Amari Cooper, for example, because he rated so high, but he was playing with Dak. So obvious. It's like you have to think about that too. Like um the Seattle wide receivers rated so high, but they're playing with Russ. So it's like trying to think about some of that stuff a little bit. And then the Patriots dudes, it's like it's so hard not to draft them. They don't have fantasy value. Um, so that, but like when you look at just their PFF on paper, it's like, geez, Louise. All right. I feel like this might be extremely boring, but I don't know if this is adding value to somebody. I feel like I would have liked to see this too. So maybe we'll wrap this up and then I'll make my pick. Let's get to round 16 and then I'll make my round 38 pick. It's hard, y'all. I'm telling you. All right, so we had Capigo, Lindsley. Then you see who I think was a great choice for a center if you're going to choose it. But again, I'm not picking centers at this point because of positional rating. Roquan going made no sense to me at all. Dalton going, okay, Chris Olave, yeah, Jamal Dean, Charles Cross, Christian Barmore. I love this pick. He's only gonna get better. He's only gonna get better. So I like that. I wouldn't have taken him. This is why I didn't get him because I wasn't gonna take him around 16. But like he would have been my DI 3 for sure. Kyle Van Noy, just the age working against him. Mike Evans. Doesn't rate very high, but he's great for fantasy, so I can see why the name recognition's there. TJ Hawkinson, okay, your choice. And then I went ahead and grabbed DJ Reed for my second cornerback to go with Stephon Gilmore. Felt pretty good about that, especially with Sauce Gardner working on the other side of the field there. I was like, this is a dude who's going to rate highly. He's got a pretty easy job. I consider taking Eric Stokes, but I am not convinced with Rasul and all the other stuff they got going. They have a really great defense. The other thing is I already have Devondre. I didn't want to put too many eggs in one basket. Shy Tuttle, I loved this pick. I really did. But I got Onyemata because I know that's why Shy Tuttle, can you click? Uh like did like Onyemata was out and this dude stepped in a little and like he held his own and he carried his weight. So I'm interested. I'm really interested in Shy Tuttle. I have my eye on him this year. Jason Kelsey, again, just some age stuff, bro. He's 35, basically. Matt Fielder, I thought was a good choice. Justin Simmons, I thought was a great choice. I see him having a high ceiling for safety. Najee, I wouldn't have taken. I'm not taking running backs though, and there were way better running backs on the board, way higher rated running backs. All right, so Najee wrapped up round 16. We're gonna pause there, and then I'm gonna make my round 38 pick. So we got where'd we go? We got to round 16. Once again, every time I record, something funny happens outside. I don't have neighbors really, and there's just a guy walking in front of my house. Like, where the fuck you come from? Like, I live in the middle of nowhere, bro. Why your socks don't even match your shoes? All right. It is weird living in the middle of nowhere because I grew up like in a city. So it's interesting. Okay. Let's show off the team first. And this is spoiler alert for the future. So we got Mac, Tom, Devontae. Well, let's do the offense. Yeah. So we got quarterback, Mac Jones, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott. I mean, one of these pieces will get traded away inevitably, depending on where my holes end up being. Running back spoiler, super hype about these, Damon Harris and AJ Dillon. And tight end, I went Ogwebanam because of the addition of Russ, and then Hunter Henry because he's, other than the top four that went super early for some reason, he's the highest rated. For my wide receivers, Devontae, Amon-Ra, Mike Williams, DeAndre Hopkins, baby. Got him pretty late. Pretty hype about it. He's gonna rate really high and he's gonna be in, like, I mean, this is a great wide receiver core. Hype about that shit. It's tackle, Bakhtiari, Lane Johnson, Rob Havenstein. I think I'm gonna add, you know who? I'm gonna add the dude to this. You know who I'm fucking talking about here, folks. Andrew Whitworth. I forgot how I was talking about. And then guards, Alex Capella, Brandon Scherf. And this autoed on me, so, but I had him in my queue, obviously, for a reason. I don't think I would have ended up smashing it, but smashing that pick button to be specific. But hey, great for a guard three, why not? And then I kind of reached for centers, I think I decided, but I feel really good about what I've got going on with JC Treader and Ben Jones. My defense shaping out pretty good. Um, I did take Calais Campbell. I need to take another defensive interior, and I need some youth. I need some good, solid, gonna be something someday youth because Anyamata has a performance enhancing thing that I don't know. It could. I mean, like he came back and was amazing, so I don't think that's the thing to worry about. Calais Campbell's old as shit, but I mean, he's sitting there. He's gonna get 30. Like if you're doing a 3-4, your third DI only needs 20 snaps. So I was like, this is my scheme fit piece. I don't care if he plays 2 years, 1 year. This is my scheme fit piece. So I went ahead and grabbed him. For edge, Demarcus Lawrence and Von Miller will start for me. And then I have Alex Highsmith as kind of a developmental piece and Jonathan Greenard, who I think is a TBD. We'll see if he can do what he did again last year because he was great. I grabbed David Long last round. as my depth piece. Mac Wilson is 25 and someone that I know Bill will limit snaps on, but it doesn't matter if I'm gonna play three linebackers. He's gonna hit the snap minimums. So you know, this is again like holy shit, so bad, but he's got Bill Belichick and he's well, I guess he's not even 25 yet. So somebody just as basically he's my depth piece. My linebackers are just looking bad. It's just then we see David Long as well. Um, Again, just tried to grab somebody to balance here. When he was playing, he was playing. So just some depth. My corners, Stephon Gilmore, DJ Reed, and I did snag Mike Hilton as well. And for my safeties, Xavier McKinney, spoiler, Adrian Phillips, Chiching, and Jalen Thompson for my youth. Oh yeah, I forgot I did draft a kicker already. I grabbed McPherson. I'm not gonna not grab McPherson. The dude's like 20. He's gonna be a baller. So I'm psyched about it. Okay. So looking at what I need and looking at my queue. So I'm still in a place where I am prioritizing the high impact positions and building depth there because if you don't have the depth there, you're gonna it's gonna be bad. Um, so the thing to think about though is my corners. I need some youth at my corners, and so Thomas Graham. No one's gonna draft this dude, but I kind of just want to go ahead and take him because that's how bad I want him on my team. Uh, he played 4 games. He started 1 game. When the old regime put him in, he balled the fuck out. I found this article. He had the highest coverage grade of all cornerbacks as a rookie. And basically, he only went in because they had like COVID things. Um, but when he was in, he was crushing. So it's a risk to take him, but I want him. And then I can take Isaiah Rodgers, who is more of a smash play, but I also don't want to like take 2 cornerbacks. So I need to make a choice there. I can take, I guess, Rock Yasin, but I don't like that. Andre Diggs, yeah. My biggest holes, I think, are linebacker, and I just don't want to reach like Aziz, or lock in some youth at cornerback. It's really tough. Like we're in the weeds here. Oh, you know what? This might be the round I just draft Whitworth. So I Taylor, it's just that he's fucking 40. Like, is there any chance he's gonna retire like in the next 2 minutes? Oh, he's done. Is he done? Like, what if he retires the second I pick him? He's retired. Okay. Why didn't I know this? This has happened. Some people have drafted retired fellas as well. So I'm so glad with the Havisham. Oh my God, I got so lucky. Okay, let's take a tackle then. Or let's take Isaiah Rodgers. I think Thomas Graham will fall. I don't think because the 136 snaps, I think people will be worried about. I don't think they'll take him. But that's what I want. But he doesn't even have like his starting role locked in. Okay. Go by age. It'd be Matt Pryor. These two dudes I think are pretty similar. Or should I just take Aziz and then call my linebacker position a day? I don't think I have. I guess I can take Cole Holcomb, but it's like he's 26 and like not as good. It's like, okay, maybe I'll do that. I'm just gonna take Aziz because I feel like I have enough choices at corner to get me through. I have these 2 tackles left to choose from to build out my tackle depth. Do I want to take a rookie wide receiver like Jalen Tolbert? Because I definitely do want to take that Jalen Tolbert. I don't know if he'll fall. Oh, look at these other linebackers here that I put in the queue. Look, I'm so smart. It's annoying. Yeah, I don't want any of these. Okay, I'm taking Aziz. This will be my last linebacker pick, I think, because I think this will be it for my depth. Oh, I hit the min. Damn it. I mean, I can go over the min, but I should probably hit the min. I should probably fill out everything first. Oh, this is stressful. I need to take a cornerback. I need to take this cornerback. Who do I want? I need a defensive interior too. Is there anybody worth taking here? Akeem Hicks, I would definitely take. I don't know how long he's gonna play though. There's just not good depth left, so I'm not gonna reach for defensive interior. Do I want an RB3 for depth? Do I want a TE3 for depth? Do I want to take my Jalen Tolbert, my first rookie for the whole draft? Oh, this is real tough. I got some linebacker depth too that I was thinking about. Maybe I'll take Jalen Tolbert. I'm trying to think of, I mean, I'll take Jonathan Peoples, but I think I can get him in like, or James Conner, but the age worries me if he doesn't start. What if Simi Fehoko wins him over? Oh, the what ifs are so crazy. Khalil's here. This is so hard because it's really like I have to think about my entire roster. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. I'm trying to see. It doesn't have his age or nothing. How old is this dude? Ah, I don't want y'all to see my damn history. 24. He went to UMass Amherst. Oh my God, it's literally 2 feet from my house. I gotta take him. I'm gonna have, this will be my little homer pick. I want to do this over Thomas Graham, who fucking crushed the 4 games he was allowed to play. I think I do. Or should I take Aziz and choose between these two? I'm back to it. Man, this is hard. Someone just took Kenny Moore. I don't know if Kenny Moore is going to get the contract he wants. Matt Pryor's looking so tempting. It's 27. All right. Fuck it. Fuck it. I can't think about it anymore. It's getting real tough, to be honest. It's getting real tough. I kind of feel like I should go ahead and just keep beasting through the rest of the draft. 16. I don't have a ton of time. I can get us to round 20, I think. It is getting tough, as you can see. Where we stop at Najee? Nah, let's stop here. And then I'll hit y'all with 17 through maybe we'll do 10 rounds, 17 through 27 in the next video. And we'll just kind of look at how things have fallen. And man, I mean, you see that pick? That is hard. I need to know what y'all think about how I did that and how I'm thinking this through. And if anyone has thoughts, really, I mean, I'm thinking a lot about it. I've obviously done a ton to prep for it, but I have no freaking clue if what I'm doing makes sense at all. Like none whatsoever. Like I could get to the middle of the season and be like, wow, I absolutely butchered all of these drafts. The only thing I do know is that when I um draft my next draft, which is actually going to be pretty soon, I'm going to choose a totally different strategy. And so that is something I'm going to want to talk through on a video. It's like, what am I going to do differently uh so that I'm not having repeat mistakes basically, but if something doesn't work out in a I think it's probably I'm just going to play the odds, really. And I actually probably should highlight the dudes I want to target, and then we can talk about them. What color should we use here? Let's do a little purple. No, I don't like that shit. Let's do that. There we go. So, and we gotta take Mr. Woody off here, bro. He is fully retired. There's a couple other dudes that retired recently. I want Penne. I really do. What do we pick? Not that. We want some purple. All right, so I'm gonna come back next video with round 17 through 27, and I gotta go help my friend move a canoe. So catch you on the flip. What's up, my guy?